That night, as Kwame sat alone, he noticed something unusual. The wind blew through the window, and the flames of the little clay lamp flickered. Long, long ago, before the rivers forgot their songs, and before the trees grew weary of whispering to the winds, there lived a boy named Kwame in a small village on the edge of the forest. While his friends laughed, ran, and chased goats across the dusty fields, Kwame's heart was heavy. In his grandmother's mud house, laid upon a raffia mat in the corner, was his grandmother, old Mame Efia Sewa, the oldest woman in their family. Her hair was white, like cotton, her skin wrinkled like the back of the silk cotton tree, frail, weak, and waiting for the spirits to call her home. His mother and father had joined the ancestors long ago, and he grew up with his grandmother. Mame Efia was a woman of few words. She did not speak much, but when she did, her words were heavy like a stone dropped into water. She would sit in the evening by the fire, and her voice, cracked and low, would carry the weight of old Ashanti proverbs. Kwame, she often told him, a child who listens will grow taller than the one who eats too much fufu. Kwame, she would say again, gold may glitter, but it is the heart that must shine. And Kwame would nod, not really understanding, but storing her words in his young heart. As the years bent Mama Afia's back, and as her breath grew weaker and weaker, a secret slept quietly beneath her bed, waiting for the right hands to find it. One evening, when the sun was sliding down behind the tall palm trees, and the air smelled of smoked fish from the market, Mama Efia grew very sick. She lay on her raffia mat, coughing and whispering the names of the ancestors. Kwame rushed to her side. Nana, Nana, please don't leave me, he cried. She smiled weakly, her eyes half closed. Kwame, my son, do not cry. When an old tree falls, it gives room for new shoots to rise. And with those words, her spirit left her, as quiet as the last ember of the fire. Kwame cried until his eyes were swollen like ripe mangoes. The whole neighborhood came to mourn. The women wailed. The men dug a grave. The drummers beat the phantom from drums to guide her soul, and libations were poured to the ancestors. When all was done, the people returned to their homes, and silence fell upon the small huts. That night, as Kwame sat alone, he noticed something unusual. The wind blew through the window, and the flames of the little clay lamp flickered. The shadow beneath Mame Afia's bed seemed to move. Something shined faintly, like the eye of a hidden lizard. What is that? He crept closer. He bent low, stretched his hand under the bed, and his fingers touched something cold, heavy, and wrapped in a cloth. With trembling hands, he pulled it out. He unwrapped the clothes. There, before him, lay shining nuggets of pure gold, their surfaces glowing like captured sunlight, their weight like the promise of riches beyond imagination. Kwame dropped the bundles back on the floor, his chest pounding. Nana Afia, is this what you kept hidden all these years? But the only answer was the whisper of the wind. From that day, Kwame's life was no longer his own. The very next morning, his mother's cousin, Uncle Kofi Mansai, came to visit. His eyes roamed the room like a hawk searching for prey. Kwame, he said softly, I heard that maybe, just maybe, your grandmother left something behind. A treasure, perhaps. You are young, you cannot manage it. Give it to me, I will keep it safe. But Kwame shook his head. No, uncle, there's nothing, he said. That afternoon, Auntie Akosua, a woman known for gossip, came carrying a basket of oranges. Kwame, she said sweetly, you know me, I love you like my own child. If your Nana left anything, give it to me. I will help you build a fine house, eh? Again, Kwame refused. And by evening, even the chief has heard. All golds in this land belong to the soul of the chief. Bring me the gold, and I will bless you with land. Refuse, and you may bring trouble upon yourself. The people murmured, and fear stirred in Kwame's belly. But again he remembered his grandmother's words and said, I cannot, my chief, for the gold carries a story, and I must first know what the story is. The chief frowned, and the elders shook their heads. A boy defying his elders? Dangerous, yet Kwame held firm. That night, unable to sleep, he sat staring at the gold, wondering what to do. He only remembered the strange way his grandmother always spoke about gold. Gold may glitter, but it is the heart that must shine. The room was filled with a soft glowing light. Out of the shadow stepped out a strange woman. Her hair was white as cotton, her eyes as bright as the stars. Kwame, she whispered, I am the spirit who gave that gold to your grandmother long ago. Do you know why she never spent it? Kwame shook his head, because it is not ordinary gold. The woman said, whoever owns it must use it not for themselves, but for the good of many. If you hoard it, you will lose everything. If you waste it, you will invite ruin. But if you share it wisely, the ancestors will bless you beyond measure. But how can I share? The woman smiled faintly. Open your eyes. Look at your people. Do they not thirst for water? Do they not hunger for food? Do the children not long for books? Use the gold for them, and you will be richer than any chief. And with that, she vanished. The next morning, Kwame gathered the whole village at the market square. The drums were beating, the gong sounded, and the people came. They murmured and stared as Kwame stepped forward. My grandmother kept this gold hidden, but I now know why. It is not for me alone. It is for us all. We shall dig new well, so no child goes thirsty. We shall buy new cutlasses and bowls so our farmers can grow more food. We shall build a school so our children can learn. The people gasped. Some said, eh? The boy is a fool. Others whispered, no, the boy is wise. And so it happened. The gold was used not for greed, but for the good of all. A deep well was dug, and for the first time in years, the people had clean water. Farmers harvested more food than ever before. And in a convenient schoolhouse, children learned to read and write. Kwame became loved by all. Years later, when he was grown, the people chose him as their leader, not because he was the eldest, not because he was rich, but because he was wise. And till this day, when the people in that village tell the story, they end with this proverb: gold is good, but wisdom is better. A greedy man eats alone, but a wise man feeds the village. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.